Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog. It is day 8 of Vlogtober and honestly, October is going by pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie guys. I don't know whether it's because I'm doing Vlogtober that because I'm really keeping track of the days at the moment. But yeah, it's flying by. We've got quite a nice day today and what am I doing? I'm stuck in the office all day, but it's fine. I'm actually enjoying being in here because I haven't actually had a proper office day in so long. And there's just loads of little bits and bobs that I need to kind of catch up on. It is 1 o'clock, so I wanted to jump on quickly and actually start today's video before I literally run out of time. So I'm about to go and get some lunch actually, but I just wanted to jump on because today's video is all about weddings. And I just feel like I love watching wedding videos and I love just hearing about what people are up to, what kind of things that they're doing to help them plan and what, where they're kind of at in their planning stages. So I thought I would do an update. It's been long overdue that I need to do a bit of a wedding update. This one, I just thought I would kind of update you because yesterday marked the day of 4 months that we're engaged, which is insane. It's honestly insane. We have had a bit of a whirlwind since we got engaged. And yeah, I can't believe we're in October. I can't believe it's been 4 months. It's honestly crazy. The days and months and weeks have just all kind of rolled into one and it's just been a crazy whirlwind. But it's very exciting. And I've just been sitting down and kind of going through what I've done and when I did them because I feel like I'm on top of the planning, guys, and I don't want to jinx anything, so touch wood, but I honestly feel really calm. I feel on top of everything, and since I've kind of put in a few, what should I call it, since I've been a bit more organised with the planning, because when I first started it was just a minefield. I just honestly could not, I didn't know where to begin. I didn't know where to finish. I would start looking up wedding stuff online and then it would just be so many different things. They'd be oh, now you need to do this and you marquee and blah, 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 whatever it is. So now that I'm kind of organised and I've got a few downloads off of Etsy, I think I got them off. I will try and find them and link them down below because honestly, they've been the most helpful thing. I don't have an actual wedding planner book, which makes me a bit sad because if you guys know me, you do know that I love to make a list and I love writing things down. I'm a writing down kind of girl. Don't get me wrong, my notes section on my iPhone is full of absolute just everything. But I do love having a list and notes and I like writing it down. So I am a little bit sad that I don't have a wedding planner. I am tempted to still buy one because we're only 4 months in and I've basically organised and booked and planned all of the main bits, all of the big things. So if you don't know, we are getting married in August next year and we are getting married in our local church in our village, and then we're actually just having a marquee in our garden. So we've got no venue. We do have a venue, but we're not going to a specific venue. I have no one helping me with the planning. I have no event organizer or anything like that. It's all me. And yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. So I thought I would just go through a few things. I feel like it's so helpful and I just love being able to share things that I've done or things that I wouldn't do in the future, or if I was to do it again. Hopefully that never happens, but it's just nice to see and to kind of compare notes with other people who are going through the same thing, and if not, it's fun just to see what you're in store for one day. So I think I'll just show you this first because this has been the most helpful thing that I have used. So this is the wedding checklist. And so basically, I think this came, I can't remember if this came with I think it did. I think I basically downloaded off of Etsy a budget planner, and then this checklist came as well. And I didn't really know that the checklist was coming with the planner, but this has been my just Bible, honestly. So on here, you just kind of scroll down, you've got checklists, timelines, planning tips, loads of information on here. And look, this is the best thing I could have ever got and started using. So you've got a checklist here and it literally has got 12 months before, And then once you've ticked all this stuff off, you then scroll down and it goes 10 to 12 months, 8 to 10, 6 to 8, 4 to 6. And you know, you get the gist, guys. And honestly, it has made my life so easy. And also it's kind of taken the stress off a bit, because once I'd finished this section, I obviously do still start moving down, but like we're not even, what are we? August, September, October. So we are 12, 11, 10 months away now. And honestly, we've literally got most of this done already. One second, I've actually got a little update on here. So hire caterer, done that. Finalize vendor. So basically this is American. So some of the like lingo isn't necessarily what we would use over here, I don't think. So vendor contracts, I think that's kind of like caterers, things like that, I assume. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we basically are on the 8 to 10 months before. So I'm feeling pretty good because we're 10 months away and I'm already ahead of myself at the minute. So our current kind of like situation is that we need to order and organise and plan and do our invites. And we also need to plan our honeymoon as well. So they're the two bits that I'm currently doing at the moment. And I've already ticked off some stuff from 6 to 8 months before as well. So I'm feeling organised. I'm feeling good. It's just so nice to see them like kind of listed in like, right, 12 months before you should have this sorted, then this, then this. And it's really nice to kind of like go through and just start ticking off things that you've done. Like there's things here on 6 to 8 months before, finalised guest list. Well, we will literally have we've done that, and we will literally have our invites out within the next month to a month and a half, I would hope. Book rehearsal dinner venue, we've done that. Like wedding shoes, I haven't actually purchased them, but I know which ones I want. Book a photographer / videographer 6 to 8 months before, already done. Do you know what I mean? Like it just feels really, really good to go through this and tick everything off. So if I could recommend anything, it's finding a checklist. I will try and find this and link it below, but it's honestly been such a huge help. So I'm now going to just go through my specific timeline. So 2 weeks after we got engaged, we actually arranged our meeting with the Reverend. We just felt like there was no need to, we couldn't do anything, like save the dates. We couldn't start planning anything until we knew that we had our date secured at the church. So 2 weeks after we got back from France, I'd arranged a meeting with the Reverend, and that was the date, that's when we set the date. So 2 weeks post engagement was when we did that. Then 3 weeks, so once we'd met him, over that weekend, we put the save the dates together and they were sent out. So within 3 weeks of us being engaged, we sent out the save the dates. Obviously, this is like, I'm not telling you all this to be like, oh, look at like what we've managed to do, but it's just to kind of give you a timeline, because just to tell you when we got engaged. So we got engaged in June the 7th, and we're getting married on August the 2nd next year. So obviously, like, you don't have to get everything, all the gears in motion as quickly as I have, but obviously we had a year, and I just want to be really prepared because I am quite a last minute girly. Like I'm so happy to just kind of leave things and then just do it in the last minute, which isn't my finest trait, I have to say, but normally things work out well for me that way. But I don't want to do this with the wedding, obviously. So yeah, within 3 weeks we had to save the dates out, and then 1 month after we got engaged, I did my bridesmaids proposal. I think there is a video that I did of the bridesmaids proposal, or like the boxes, the bags that I put together. But I always knew who my bridesmaids were going to be. It hasn't changed since I ever even envisioned myself getting married. It's literally 3 of my oldest friends who I went to school with, and my sister. So it was really, really easy for me. I had got like a few other people that I did and ah about, and I was like, you know, my kind of like more recent friends that have been in my life like over the last like maybe 5 to 10 years. But I just wanted to keep it small. I just didn't want loads and loads of bridesmaids and having to organise loads of girls. And the more bridesmaids you've got, the harder it is to you know, find dresses for everyone and all of that. So I also just felt like, right, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. So I did my bridesmaid's proposal a month after we got engaged, because I also felt like it's really nice to have that group of girls around you who are, you just know is going to like support you with anything. And it's really, really nice to just have them to be able to go to. We've got a bridesmaids chat, like I can message them about anything to do with the wedding if I need to. And yeah, it's just nice to have that sorted and done. So we literally went down to London for the evening. We had a really nice meal at a place called Manzi's. 100% recommend to go if you like seafood. And we just had a few cocktails and then we came home. So yeah, it was a really, really nice day. So that was kind of a real nice, amazing thing that we got done and dusted fairly soon on. Also at the 1 month mark, we also had the marquee company come out. I'd got quite a few quotes from different companies, and ended up going with the same companies one of my friends went with earlier this year actually. And just because they're a little bit more established company, and they were just really keen to come out, did a site visit with me, had a look at the area, and yeah, they were just really, really great. So I got them out 1 month after we got engaged, and then that was booked and sorted and like deposit paid, everything. So that was real like that's basically our venue. So we needed to get that sorted out like as soon as possible. And then the 6 week mark, so literally just over a month, we had our engagement party. Again, I don't think you need to do it that quickly as like we did, but we were just in such a bubble, and people would say to me like, oh, like, you know, you guys are going to be like in this like engagement bubble, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh, I like, honestly, this just sounds ridiculous, but it's true. It's honestly true. Like, we were just in this little bubble of like happiness and love, and nothing Ben could do would annoy me and vice versa. We were just so on cloud nine. We really, really were. We're on top of the world. Everyone would just wanted to celebrate with us. Like, we were having champagne left, right and centre. We were just in like that, you know, that like holiday mode when you're just about to go on holiday and you're just like, or you're even on holiday and you like first couple of days and you're just having the most blissful time with the best people ever. That's what it was like. So we kind of wanted to have the engagement party before that bubble burst, because obviously inevitably it's going to, and yeah, we just wanted to do it sooner rather than later. We really, really didn't want to wait, and we wanted to do it whilst the weather was still quite nice as well. So we arranged our engagement party for 6 weeks after our engagement, which was great. Had an amazing night, so much fun. I actually hadn't thought about doing an engagement party before I actually got engaged. Like, it wasn't something that I was thinking I was going to do, but actually I'm so glad that we did, because it was just really nice to kind of get lots of people together to celebrate with us. Like, so many people just wanted to meet us for drinks and blah blah blah, but no, it was honestly just so much fun. So that was 6 weeks. Oh, and at the 6 week mark, so literally the Monday after our engagement party, I went for my first dress shopping experience, which was, it was honestly amazing. It was so much fun. It really, really was. I went to the first dress shop with just my mum and sister, and I tried on loads of different styles of dresses, because I am not someone who had like their heart set on anything. I really was open to all sorts of different styles, so I just wanted to kind of try loads on, see how I felt in them, see how I felt like my body looked in them. And the first dress shop we went to, honestly, they were amazing. She picked out so many different styles so that I could really get an idea of what I liked. And then following week, because I actually found one at the first dress shop that I really, really loved, but the following week I wanted to go with my mum, my sister and my nan. So we kind of made a day of it. We went to another town, our local, like old town where I used to live in Bury. We went there for just a girly day really. So we went to the first dress shop in the morning, and then we went for a coffee, and then we went for lunch, and then we went to the second dress shop in the afternoon. And again, the second dress shop was the girl there, Harriet, was just the most incredibly helpful girl I've honestly came into contact with, like in regards to the whole wedding at this point. Like, she was basically just kind of like, I just couldn't decide on what style I liked, and she was like, I think she just really helped me narrow it down. So I ended up going, after this weekend, I went back to the original dress shop and I ended up choosing my dress. So literally at the 6-week mark, I had picked and chosen my dress, 6/7 weeks, I guess. Yeah, I chose my dress, and yeah, that was it. I went back to and tried on the first ever dress that I tried on, and it is honestly incredible how many people say the same thing, that they went back and put their first dress on and went with that one. My mum did it. I've had quite a few friends that did it as well. So yeah, and I as much as I loved the experience and I really wanted to go and do an experience with my like bridesmaids or friends as well, I was just done. I was done with it. I'm not a fussy person. I was just like, do you know what? I love this dress. I don't need to keep looking. Like, they're designed to be beautiful. I'm gonna just make it even harder for this decision to be made if I keep on trying more dresses. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna, when the dress has been made and gets delivered and I can go for the fitting, I think I'm going to take my bridesmaids with me then. So that will be a really special day. I'm so looking forward to that. What else? 2.5 months after we got engaged, we chose our band. So I think actually probably did a bit more than that. At the 3-month mark, I went for my flower consultation. I actually knew who I was going to get my flowers from because Ben's mum put me in contact with somebody that they know. So I knew that I was going to go with her the whole time. So I went and had a consultation with her 3 months after we got engaged. I also did a bridesmaid fitting as well, which is really an unusual thing to do, I think, because there's not many places that have bridesmaid dresses like just in stock for you to try on. But one of the dress shops that we went to actually did have bridesmaid dresses, and none of them were really what I wanted and what I was looking for. But I just wanted to kind of get an idea of silhouettes, colours, I just wanted to kind of have an idea. And also it was just me and my sister that went because my sister has gone away for like 6 months. So a lot of the other planning and stuff that's going on, she's going to miss out on. So we just thought we'd do like another kind of girly day out. So we went and tried on a few bridesmaid dresses, which was nice. I kind of knew that I wasn't going to pick any of them. But it was really nice to do anyway. So if you get the chance to do that, it's a really just like nice afternoon. At the 3.5 month mark, we went to the wedding show, which was literally a couple of weekends ago. So I think the one that we went to was called the Suffolk wedding show, which was in Ipswich. And I think that was probably one of the bigger ones in this particular area. We actually did book onto a few others, but we're not going to go to them, and I'll tell you why now. But just as like a base kind of review of it, it was honestly amazing. And I do have to say, like, if you're getting married, make one of these wedding shows like one of your first things to do, because the only reason I would say, and it's not that we didn't enjoy it, but it wasn't very helpful to us, is because most of the things that were there we've already booked. So when we walked in, there was loads of people there, but you've got bands there, singers, people to do your wedding bands, your rings, caterers, people who do like all the table decorations, cars, like honestly they had everything, photographers, all sorts, and honestly like the majority of the stuff that was there we'd already booked. Like most of the big ticket items for the wedding we've already organised. So there is a potential that I might go back, and not back there, but like might go back to their like flyers and just see like potentially maybe one of the vintage car guys, I don't know. But most of the things that were there, we've kind of found that we'd already booked them. So it was a bit of a shame because we were kind of like walking past things like, oh, that looks cute, but like, we've done that already, and whatever, there was cake people there. I honestly could not recommend going enough though. Like, we made a bit of a date day of it. So we went in the morning, we actually booked to go I think like 11, and we got a free glass of champagne, well, Prosecco, whatever, when we were there. We had a couple of more glasses whilst we were there as well. It was just really nice to walk around. Everyone there was just like in their loved up couples and chatting away. It was just a really nice vibe. And then we went out like for lunch and stuff. We ended up having a really, really fun day. So I would 100% recommend doing one of the wedding shows, but I would recommend trying to do it like as one of your first point of calls. Like, try and go there as soon as you get engaged. Unfortunately, when we got engaged, a lot of them in this area are all kind of like September, October time. Like, we've got loads in the diary coming up over the next few weeks, and we're just like, there's no point going. But it was a really, really fun morning out, and I 100% would recommend going to a wedding show if you get the opportunity to, because yeah, it was just lots of ideas, lots of fun little things. And even though we booked a lot of the main stuff already, there were a few people that we did speak to about like smaller things like garden games and stuff like that. So we will see. We might end up going back to someone, and we did actually get our videographer out of there. We literally, it was kind of like set up in like a little trail, so you go like winding around, and we got to the very end of the trail, and we literally were going to turn around and go back. And Ben was like, oh babe, there's a videographer there. So we were watching his videos, and a video came up of someone I went to college with. So he'd videoed their wedding last year, and I was like, this is crazy, like I went to college with her. And he was like, no way. And I was like, honestly, I did. I don't think you believed me. But so we booked with him, we paid a deposit for him, and we've booked him as well. So that was another thing ticked off the list. So that is kind of the timeline. Where we're at now is literally the 4-month mark, as I've said. So yeah, the main bits that we're trying to sort out now is the invitations and the honeymoon. So yeah, I feel like the reason I haven't done the invites yet is because we're umming and ahhing what to do about like gifting for the wedding, because we've been to 2 weddings over the summer, and there's 2 ways that we can do it, because we need to put something on the invite, because we obviously don't want people turning up with random household items, because we already have a house, we already have a home, we have everything we need. We really don't need anything for the house. And so we've either got the option to kind of be like, we really appreciate you coming, that's the most important thing, like having your presents on the day. But if you insist on a gift, then we would just ask for some money towards our honeymoon. That's one option. Or there's another option where there's like a little QR code on the invitation, and it takes you to like a website where everything that you're doing on your honeymoon is kind of listed out, and people can make donations towards specific things on the honeymoon. So like, for example, we're going to do the Machu Picchu 4-day hike, trek, whatever you want to call it. So we could put that on there, how much that's going to cost, and people could donate towards it. You can do the whole amount, you can do a small amount, and you can obviously put loads of other little things on there. So like my friends, they had like a villa in Bali, they had like 5 scuba dives that you could pay towards. There was all sorts that you could do. So we're kind of umming and ahhing what to do at the minute, because there's two ways of looking at it. Like obviously we understand that people are going to want to give us gifts for the wedding, like whether or not we ask them not to, or like just say that their presence is the most important thing. And I mean like presents, not presents. But whether or not we say that, people are still going to want to like give us something for the wedding. So we're like, do we just ask for cash if people insist, or do we kind of just do this nice idea, and then at least people feel like they're giving it towards something specific? So honestly, it's the dilemma that I'm in at the moment. And also, if we are going to go ahead with this like link to a website, then I do need to plan the honeymoon from start to finish. So that's a little bit stressful, just trying to like work out everything for that. But that's where we're currently at. There's one final thing that I want to show you. I downloaded this again. I will link this down below. I think it all came with the checklist as well. So it's got all of the kind of like information of how to use this on here. And then the main dashboard is just here. So today's day, it literally pre-populates most stuff for you. So we've got 298 days until I do. And then the wedding budget is over here, how much money we've already spent. And then there's a to-do list, which honestly is probably so out of date. Put together mood boards, done. Finalise guest list, done. Meet with marquee people, done. Amend groomsmen on sheet, done. That's all up to date. So yeah, that's kind of like the homepage of the wedding budget. And then on here we've got guest list, so you just put all of your guests just down here like so, and then you add their address and contact information. And then once we've had RSVPs, you just kind of tick the boxes here, and then it all updates accordingly, which is so handy. And also on here you can kind of do attending rehearsal dinner, like who's going to be doing that. Farewell brunch, we're not doing that. And then this bit, the guests and meals, we kind of haven't got anything. We're not doing this. I think I'm going to just ask for any dietary requirements and people are just going to have to tell me like themselves. So, but yeah, that's how the guest list looks. Ours obviously goes on quite a while. And then this is the budget tracker as well. So you've got like total budget, actual cost, amount of money left, balance owed. And so down here, I've obviously deleted some things that we're not going to need, but you kind of pop in a budget here, what you think you're going to spend on these things. And then once you've actually got the actual cost, then you pop it in here and then it tells you the difference. I've also loaded in like what the first payments have been, when the second payment, if you're making second payments, third one. So yeah, and then at the end here, it's got paid to date, balance owed. So yeah, there's lots and lots of little bits. And you can also say who is paying along down here. So we've got bride and groom, parents of the bride, parents of the groom, like you can pop whatever you want in there. So it's really, really handy. And then on the third and final sheet, I've just kind of added my own sheet on here for quotes. So I mean, the marquee, this is all the marquee bits and bobs, catering quotes, photography quotes, and I've just kind of like made a list of people who I've contacted, all of that malarkey. So yeah, I'm feeling, as I said, pretty organised, and I feel like the next few weeks are just going to be taken up organising the honeymoon, which I am actually going to spend this afternoon doing as well. But the third and final thing I wanted to kind of go through with you guys is this cute little booklet that I've got. Now, actually, I haven't really used this much. When was the last time I put anything in here? The 22nd of July. So I've really not been keeping up with this, which is so typical of me to have done. It's so frustrating that I haven't. But this is basically our wedding journal. So on the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically a week after we got engaged, we both like wrote a page on here of like how we're feeling. And I just think it's a really nice thing. So I've been trying to like keep up to date with everything that's going on here. Like I've just got like a little letter in here from the vicar just to say thank you for booking with them. I've also left some pages free for like photos. So I have like done a few updates in here, but yeah, I haven't done like too much. And then I also kept a little copy of our thank you cards for our engagement party. So I am actually going to write in this today as well, just to kind of a little 4-month update, what we've been up to, and probably put some photos in as well if I can come up with any to do with the wedding. But yeah, it's just a really nice thing to do, and just to keep up to date with like how you're feeling and what emotions you're going through at the time. So yeah, I'm really glad that we've got the journal, but I do feel as though I need to keep this out, actually, I think, because I'm just not like, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, isn't it? So yeah, that is basically everything, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please do let me know if you've got any questions or, you know, anything, any advice, anything like that. Please pop it down below, because it is so nice to hear from other people who are going through the same thing, or if you've just got engaged, congratulations. And again, if you have got any questions about where to begin, what to do, like where to start, then please pop them down below, because I would love to help anyone that is going through the early stages of planning their wedding. It can be so much fun, but it can be stressful. I'm saying like, you know, I'm organising everything right now, but I have had a few days where like it has just got on top of me a little bit, because it can be very much like everyone wants to put their 2 pence in and like, okay, this is what I think you should do and blah, blah, blah. Like it can turn out to be a little bit of like stress. So actually, like a couple of weeks ago, I just took a week or so off of wedding planning. Like everything, I felt like I was just in a really good place of like everything was kind of up to date. And yeah, I literally just felt like I don't need to worry about anything else now. Like I can just leave it for a week. Nothing crazy is going to happen in a week. Like I'm not going to get behind, anything like that. And just to kind of like defog my mind of wedding. And then I just started afresh again. So yeah, I'm feeling really happy and really positive. And I kind of want to like get through a bulk of stuff over the next like few weeks because we're going away in November for 10 days, which I know isn't much, but then obviously Christmas is coming along. So I just feel like the closer we get to Christmas, the less time I'm going to have to dedicate to like doing lots of wedding planning. And we would really like to get our invitations out before Christmas. So that is the main like point of concern at the moment. But yeah, other than that, I'm really enjoying, and I obviously will keep you guys up to date with any more wedding updates that I have. I hope you have enjoyed. Have a wonderful afternoon and evening, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye.